Twilight Zone VR is a horror style game based off the show. I'll be going over what it offers to help you decide if this is one for you. First off, the game does have a story which is broken up into 3 different chapters. You can play these chapters in any order, but it is recommended that you go through them in order. Each chapter has a different story and setting which breaks up the overall theme to offer something different. Chapter 1 follows an evil boss trying to escape from a video game character that comes to life. Chapter 2 places you in the shoes of one of the last remaining humans on the hunt for his daughter. In Chapter 3 you take on the role of a science fiction author who gets abducted by aliens. Overall the stories aren't too bad, but they are very short. The gameplay is broken up into 3 different elements depending on the chapter, so I'll go over each one and how the gameplay differs. Chapter 1 places you inside a video game studio while being chased around by a video game character. You will have to find keycards, hide and throw objects to distract the character while you try and escape. The best thing about this is at the start it gets you to read back some lines and this becomes the character's voice. I found this to be such a unique and cool feature. Chapter 2 focuses more on basic shooting and gathering certain things such as filters for your mask every so often. It doesn't feel that unique. Chapter 3 will have you exploring places and doing different things. They're more like mind puzzles and they're fairly simple. There is also some shooting sections on this one as well. Therefore the gameplay varies a bit but the overall feeling remains the same. Personally I wish they stuck with the horror side of the game a bit more. As for the graphics, they're a bit mixed. Some chapters look better than others. I wouldn't say they're the worst graphics I've seen, but they're certainly not the best either. I'm also happy to say the game ran as intended with no frame drops or crashes. Another great thing to add is the haptic support is done really well on this game. For instance, on one of the chapters something explodes and the headset haptics felt great, as do the controllers. Time for the settings, there is smooth and snap turning, full locomotion but no teleport movement, which makes sense as it wouldn't necessarily work too well on a game like this. You can also play the game seated and I had no issues in doing so. Now for what I didn't like. Firstly, the AI enemy on the first chapter could have been a lot better. They follow the same pattern and also have pretty poor vision, so you can sneak past them with ease once you learn this. So after the first scene it became less creepy. The shooting mechanic on chapter 2 is so lackluster and boring and I wasn't a fan of it. I also found the third chapter fell into the same box with the shooting, although for any trophy hunters out there this game does have a platinum. Overall, Twilight Zone VR has some great ideas and some are executed pretty well, but a majority of them are flawed and feel incredibly dated and this made some of my time in the game less fun than it could have been. I did enjoy the chapters but I felt that 10 minutes of each one was enough to experience the whole thing as there isn't any change. So, should you get this game? Well, if you enjoy horrors with a mixture then it's definitely worth taking a look at. However, if horrors aren't your thing then you won't get much enjoyment. Personally for me I'd say wait for a sale. This concludes my review of Twilight Zone VR. If you've enjoyed this video then make sure to stick around as I intend on covering all PSVR2 games, therefore you'll see the new releases as well as the old. Thanks for watching.